but it's gonna be blue skies for you and I. We'll step out of the shadows and walk into the light. Yeah, it's gonna be blue skies for you and I.
Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Zalits, and today we're going to be talking about another Final Fantasy V character, Lenna. Now, this video is going to be coming out a little bit late because I got the times mixed up, and I thought she was at the end of Sephiroth's event, but she's not. So, anyways, let's jump on into this. So, what are her roles? She's a ranged support, attacker, and a healer. That's an all-in-one right there, guys. That's an all-in-one. Alright, so her stat chart here shows that she has a max of a 5-star HP, 1-star defense, pretty pitiful, 3-star max bravery, which is not bad, speed or 5-star speed and 5-star initial bravery, and a 3-star attack. So I mean, she's not going to be the strongest attacker in the world, but it seems like she's going to be really fast, and she's obviously going to be pretty healthy there with a lot of HP and her initial bravery. I wonder what that's going to play in. I wonder what that's going to do with her kit. It's probably her kit probably has something to do with initial bravery, healing, and whatnot. And of course, her stat table here at 50, she gets 4,468, not bad. Of course, max initial bravery at 831, max bravery at 1364. You know, that's pretty average. Attack 480, also pretty average, and defense is very, very low. But anyways, let's jump on into her abilities and see what she has to offer us, because she's been a pretty hyped character and a lot of people have been wanting her, and I'm actually pretty curious to see what actually makes her so good that, like, you know, for people to want her so badly. Alright, so she gets rapid fire, a 9-hit bravery attack. If there's more than one enemy, the bravery hits are randomly dispersed or AoE. Now, immediately what comes to mind is this is a lot of hits. So on single target, this is going to be doing a lot of damage, very similar to Kuja in the sense where it has multiple hits in the AoE aspect to it. Of course, this one doesn't have an HP attack at the end of it, but of course it's still going to be doing a lot of damage overall. And of course, just like every other Final Fantasy V character, she also gets a plus ability once she masters using it a few times. Of course, here it says after 3 uses. So she gets rapid fire plus, upgrades the number of hits to 15, which immediately she gets an extra 6 attacks, so it's going to be doing even more damage. She grants small max bravery up for 2 turns, inflicts small initial bravery down for 2 turns as well. Now this is like an all-in-one here. Not only is it doing, like, is it going to do a lot of damage from the number of hits, but is also going to be buffing and debuffing, which is pretty insane if you think about it. You know, it's a lot of things there that she has in all-in-one right there. She gets Winddrake Arrow as her second ability, which raises bravery based on initial bravery before inflicting an HP attack. Grants Winddrake's Ward for 2 turns. Winddrake's Ward raises debuff evasion rate and grants HP regen. She's not a burst healer. Alright, so she's basically just like Echo, where she pops HP regen on you, and then that's pretty much it, and then you heal over time. Of course, this ability is also similar to a free energy, except it's based off of her initial bravery, which also goes back to her stats of having a 5-star initial bravery. So that's, I mean, she'd probably pair well with a few of our cast. Maybe Yuna, probably, for that initial bravery buff. Maybe even Aerith, I don't know. She seems like she'd pair up with a lot of characters there for maximum damage output. But this one also gets mastered after... Oh, this one actually has less conditional uses. This one maxes out after 2, and it turns into Winddrake Arrow Plus. Raises bravery based on initial bravery before inflicting an HP attack. A higher amount, obviously gives more, and then grants Winddrake's Ward for 2 turns of a higher potency. So that makes sense. So basically, she's going to be getting even more, you know, debuff evasion, and she's also going to be healing a lot more once she gets to that point. And of course, here are these 60 enhancement abilities here. Her bravery attack plus 1-hit bravery attack raises all party members' bravery based on initial bravery, so she becomes a battery in that sense. And then but it requires her strength 60 passive ability. And the conditions to activate this is obviously after using Winddrake Arrow. In the JP version, she also has her EX weapon, so her EX ability is called Brave Phoenix. It is a 2-hit AoE bravery plus HP attack that raises all party members' bravery based on initial bravery before the bravery hits, so it's kind of like a battery as well. Moderately raises bravery damage dealt against a single target. Bravery stolen can overflow up to 120% of max bravery. HP damage dealt is divided equally amongst all targets. Grants Princess of Tycoon for 6 turns. Princess of Tycoon grants bravery regen and raises initial bravery for all party members. Requires Avis Killer's passive, which I'm assuming is her EX weapon, and the condition is usable when the EX gauge is filled. Of course, there's a lot of stuff there that's going on, and all of her stuff there seems to buff herself and her amount of bravery bravery battle potential and healing. So I mean, the bravery overflow is also really good. I mean, it's not that much. 120% doesn't seem like too much compared to some of the other characters we've seen. But of course, she's not an HP attacker anyway, so this is just a plus. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on into her passives and see what she has going on over here. So she gets rapid fire power up. Slightly raises bravery damage dealt by rapid fire. She gets deadly precision. HP attacks cannot miss. This is actually a really good one because she can do a lot of bravery damage with her first ability. And then, she really can't miss with either of her abilities. So if you're facing a Marlboro, this is going to be really good. You get blinded, you're not going to miss anyways. The enemy casts evasion on itself, or elude, or I think it's evasion. You can still hit it. So that's going to be really strong. She also gets bravery danger speed up. Slightly raises speed when bravery is below initial bravery. Not the worst, but not bad. Winddrake Arrow speed up. Slightly raises speed for 1 turn after using Winddrake Arrow. HP damage bravery gain. Grants a small amount of bravery after taking HP damage. That's not the best. That's probably a skip. Rapid fire charge increases max uses of rapid fire by 1. Always good. Master base up. Slightly raises initial bravery after mastering an ability. Alright, so that's going to be her bread and butter right there as a passive. Winddrake Arrow charge increases the max use of Winddrake's Arrow by 1. And then her final passive here upon reaching crystal strength 50 is Princess's Devotion. Upon recovering HP, if the healing amount exceeds max HP, 50% of the excess is divided amongst allies. The healing value is limited to 10% of each target's max HP. That's not too bad, but it's also not the most amazing passive. Maybe she'll get something on her weapon that'll buff that, or an artifact that'll buff that. I'm pretty sure she'll get something that buffs that, but we'll see when we get to that point. And these are also her 60 enhancement passives. We'll see what happens here. So her 54 buff boost and speed up moderately raises max bravery and speed while buffed. Rapid fire extend. Going back to this. Of course, this is going to be really good because it raises her max bravery, meaning that she's going to be able to do more damage. And of course, her speed is also going to be much higher, so she's going to be, not taking up more turns, but she's going to be able to move a lot faster than most characters would, or at least most healers / batteries anyways. She gets rapid fire extend, shortens rapid fire's master requirement by 1, which is really good because I think this was the one that requires 3. When using rapid fire, moderately raises its potency, grants small max bravery up and small attack up for 4 turns. Although by this point, I don't know why we'd be needing this at this point. Small max bravery and small attack up. I mean, most characters are going to be having something much better than that anyways. When using rapid fire plus, slightly raises its potency. Bravery stolen can overflow up to 120% max bravery. Slightly raises the potency of initial bravery down based on the number of hits. Wait, that's kind of crazy. If that's actually what it does, I mean, it does 15 hits. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of initial bravery down for the enemy. Improves max bravery up and extends the duration by 2 turns. Grants medium attack up for 6 turns and triggers an HP attack after use. So now she, at 60s or during the 60s enhancements, she'll actually have this HP attack available for herself to use, which is actually really good. And I mean, she still has a good amount of buffs, debuffs, and she also it's an all-in-one. She, you know what I mean? It does a lot of damage, does an HP attack, it buffs, it debuffs. It's kind of crazy. She's really good. It sounds like she's gonna be really good in the 60s. Her 58 is buff attack and boost all. Moderately raises all party members max bravery and attack while buffed. Of course, these are always the best to have, and I love characters that have stuff like this. She's gonna be somebody that can boost these stats for our strongest attackers, and she's going to be so much more valuable because of this. Winddrake Arrow extend. When using Winddrake's Arrow /plus, after the bravery gain based on initial bravery happens, triggers a ranged bravery hit. So basically, she does an attack while also raising her own bravery. I'm guessing the way they worded it is kind of weird. Slightly raises the bravery gain based on initial bravery. Okay, so she's going to be getting a little bit more off of that, off of the initial boost. Extends Winddrake's Ward by 2 turns, so she gets it for 4 turns, I believe now. Adds bravery regen to the effects of Winddrake's Ward. Okay, so she's going to be boosting her regen too, or both her HP. I think this is the one that does HP regen as well, if I'm not mistaken. So she's going to be doing both there for her. After using Winddrake's Arrow /plus, turns bravery attack to bravery attack plus for 6 turns, of course, like we read earlier, and bravery attack plus raises all party members' bravery based on initial bravery after the bravery attack. All right, so her Windrake's arrow doesn't seem to be like the best, but it also seems to be not too bad. Not it's not too bad of an enhancement there. I mean, this is the well, obviously turns her into a battery overall for her team, so can't really go wrong with that. Let's go ahead and check out her gear and see what it actually does for her. So she has, of course, her Aphis Killer, which is her EX weapon that we saw or that we read about earlier. She gets her Hayate Bow, allows Windrake Arrow to be mastered after one use. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be really good because now all she have to do is, especially for us when she comes out on global, all we'll have to do is use one Windrake Arrow and we'll get this whole boosted thing over here. What else? When Windrake Arrow is used, either version, normal or plus, raises the bravery gain and grants it to all allies. So okay, so she's basically a cheer now. It seems like grants Windrake's ward to all allies, improves its existing effects, and adds a bravery regen effect. Okay, so wait a minute. She gets her 60 enhancement that also gives her a bravery regen effect, but it's also on the 35 CP weapon. That's kind of awkward. Is there gonna be like two of them? Is there like two bravery regens or something? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Her 15 CP silver bow allows rapid fire to be mastered after 2 uses, which, as we know, she gets her other passive that makes it go down by 1 as well. So basically, she'll only have to use 1 during the 60s to be able to master it, which is going to be really good. Increases the potency of Rapid Fire Plus, of course. When Rapid Fire Plus is used, increases the potency of initial bravery down and max bravery up, and extends their duration. So both of these weapons are definitely going to be pretty much mandatory, I'd say. She's one of those characters that's definitely going to be a mandatory to have character for both of their weapons. I mean, all characters should be mandatory to have both their weapons, but some characters 15 CPs aren't the best. Some characters are super important, and I feel like this one's going to be actually super important because it'll allow the shorter mastery upon using her abilities. So definitely going to have to get these mandatory. Her armor, hyper wrist here, HP plus 680 and initial bravery plus 110, and then of course on the JP version they have the super armor or whatever it's called, and with that one, her max CP 90 armor grants her max bravery plus 220 and defense plus 84, which are all really good stats overall for her because she's low. She has a lot, well, not low. She has a lot of max HP. Initial bravery is also really high. Her max bravery is average, and her defense is pitiful. So having that extra defense is going to go a long way for her as well, so that she doesn't get destroyed. And now we're on to the artifacts here, and of course she gets buff boost, which raises max bravery by 2% while buffed and 5% with the 2-star version. This is actually going to be really good. I think this is going to be really good, at least because she's a buffer. You know what I mean? She's going to have a lot of buffs on her, and I feel like this is going to be really, really important for her. So I mean, her max bravery wasn't very high, and that seems like what she's going to be struggling with the most. Her abilities are probably going to overcap a lot, and she's probably going to need that max bravery. So I'd say this is probably going to be really good for her. Buff guard up raises defense power by 5% while buffed and 10% while buffed with the 2-star version. Not that great. Probably not the best buff. It's just a garbage artifact here. They just put these in here to troll us. Rapid fire power up raises the bravery damage up by rapid fire by 5%, and then of course 10% with the 2-star version. And her final one is Windrake Arrow bravery gain, raises bravery by 5% of initial bravery after using Windrake's Arrow with the 1-star and 10% with the 2-star version. Of course, that one's not going to be that bad either because, as we all know, her initial bravery is going to be really high. So if you stack initial bravery and you stack max bravery and you stack all this stuff, like having this is going to actually boost the overall effect of her Windrake's ward, because as you see, it grants that bravery gain to all allies. So she's going to be able to give all that extra bravery to the team. So I'd say having this is probably going to be really strong for her. So if I had to say, I'd probably say something along the lines of, initial bravery, it's definitely 170 initial bravery. Having those, having Windrake's Arrow bravery gain is probably going to be another really strong one for her to have. And maybe buff boost. I'd say buff boost might be a good one. I don't think she's going to want to go for attack. I think that she's going to be doing enough bravery damage as it is. But I definitely would probably use her more as a bravery battery overall than an attacker. So that's just what I would recommend anyways. what I would do. But anyway, let's head on over into the gacha simulator and see if it's actually working today for all characters or not. Okay, so here we are over here in the gacha simulator. Now let's go ahead and look at our spreadsheet here just to show you guys what's going on. For those of you who might not know, so the way I do things here is I had this spreadsheet here where I have across the top the characters that are a part of the banner, which is Lenna, Ramza, and King, and then across going down the column here is the number of draw attempts that I'm going to do. I'm going to do 10 draw attempts, and in each of these draw attempts I'm going to be trying to get one of these characters' weapons, but these can go up to like some really high crazy numbers because of what we've seen. Of course, if the weapons aren't showing up in the banner or in the simulator itself, I will skip that. However, we didn't get any indication of it being bad, so I'm expecting for everything to be there. And I'll be going down this list down up to 10, and then we'll calculate everything. Thanks to Chris Inger for setting this, for letting me use his spreadsheet here, and he set it up so that when everything's all said and done, it will calculate the number of draw attempts to get at least one, and then the rounded number of draws overall. And then over here is the overall drawn weapons, and we'll be able to see the average draw chance for each thing over here as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on over into this and see what's actually going on with this banner. All right, pull number 1, and we got Seymour 35 CP. Okay. All right, four off banners. Seems like we're off to a good start here. Second draw. Let's see. I don't think that these are supposed to be on the banner, but I'm gonna say it's safe to assume that this simulator is completely broken. So I mean, I'll add that in, and we got 4 overall there, but we got 3 off-banner 35 CPs. I'm not really sure. We got Nor Caliber. Okay, this might be the worst banner I've seen so far. Like as far as seeing other weapons show up, we got Kiss 35 CP showing up. What is going? All right, so I might just go up to 10 draws or something, and if we don't get any weapons, I'm just gonna call this banner busted, because so far we've seen like 4 different 35 CPs that are not supposed to be on this banner. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it's safe to assume that this banner is absolutely broken. So let's see. We got another Echo 15 CP, or not another one, but we got it. So this is our 6th draw here. What in the world is this? Lilith's Rod? What are we getting? What the? This has to be the worst one. What in the world is happening? What the heck? What we got? What? Alright. I'm sorry. Oh god, this is I think this banner is broken, guys. I think it's busted. I think this one is definitely busted here. Can you imagine if you got all these 35 CPs? What in the world? Oh my god. Alright. Oh, seems like everybody decided to troll me today. Alright, so we're on to the 10th draw. And we got 2 more off banners. Alright, so you know what? I am, after everything I've seen so far in these 10 draws, I'm just gonna go ahead and call this one Uh, I didn't know that it was gonna be busted. Maybe I got trolled. But there is definitely something wrong with this banner. Alright? There is definitely something wrong with this banner, and this is not the simulator you want to go to to get your averages, because you're not gonna get the right thing. So I'm just gonna have to call this one and say that it's bogus. I mean, I'll do 10 more draws off of the calculator, or off of the spreadsheet, because it'll just take forever. It's not gonna. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna show anything that we need to see. Like, whose weapon is this? I don't even know whose weapon that is. Demonic gun. That's from Type 0. Okay, so that's not anybody we need to know. Cecil 35C. Yeah, this is just it's not good. This is Ace. Kefka. We're literally seeing everybody else's weapon except for the 3 on banner. So yeah, it's whatever. The page cannot be translated. Whatever. No. Nope. Yeah. So I'm good. I'm just calling it on this one. There's no point for me to go through this one. I really apologize for that, guys. I thought that it was actually going to work, but this one is literally by far the worst one that I have seen yet. Out of all of the videos that I've made, you know, for these simulators. But anyways, let's jump into something more reliable, and let's just go watch a trailer video. I don't even know what to say after doing these pulls. I don't even know. I just don't know. Let's just go watch that thing. Okay, so here we are on the official Dissidia Twitter page, and they have actually gone ahead and I believe translated the trailer for Lenna. So let's go ahead and end this video on a positive note after those pitifully terrible, disgusting draws that we had on the simulator, because there was no excuse for having them that bad. I don't know what they were thinking when they made that banner. Or, like, you know, when they made that simulator, but I don't know. Maybe they just did it to troll people, I don't know. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch this thing. The volume should be good here. Alright, let's go. Alright. I so desperately wanted to help her, but it didn't go well. Something. No, it's not her fault. Her body wouldn't move how she wanted due to the pain. I think she's talking about her sister. Despite what you've gone through, you still put the dragon's concerns above your own. Okay. Oh my god. What the heck? Oh, that's okay. So it is just like that. It is just like Sarah's in a way. Very, very good. I like that. That's actually going to be really strong. You see what I'm talking about? I didn't even know there was going to be a Marlboro in the trailer video, and they even had one to show off the debuff resistance or whatever, the elude as I believe that buff is called. So she actually seems like she's really good. That rapid fire plus seemed crazy though. Like, I feel like that's going to be like a crazy ability during like just using it in general. That amount of damage is going to be ridiculous. Like, imagine pairing her with, like, Irvine and Saj, like, you know, for damage buffs. Yeah, that's gonna be... yeah, that's gonna be some crazy damage. During summons, I can definitely see her being an absolute terror. She's gonna be insanely strong during summons. Yeah. So I think she's actually going to be pretty decent. Like, I think she's actually going to be really good. Alright, well, that's going to do it here for Lenna's informational video. I mean, if you guys want some crazy 35 CPs, I mean, obviously pulling on her banner is the thing to do, as shown by the simulator there. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Do not go by what the simulator says. Anyways, like I said before, this video is going to probably be a little late, mostly because I thought that she was on the same timer as Sephiroth. I thought she was going to show up, you know, when Sephiroth ends, but it caught me off guard, and she was coming out tonight. So this is going to be really late. Anyways, Next up, I'll be doing Sephiroth, and I'll probably have that up literally like right after this one. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, until next time, bye guys.